Are you guys ready for your next comedian?
Yeah.
It is my pleasure to introduce our next guest. He's a professional touring comedian that has headlined thousands of shows in 39 states. He's shared the stage with entertainment legends like Chris Rock, Faith Hill, and Weird Al Yankovic. You may have heard him on Blue Collar Radio or on Laugh USA on Sirius XM Radio. I'm so excited to have him with us. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Larry Weaver!
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So glad to be here. How's everybody doing?
Well.
Good.
Great. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to be here. I'm from rural North Carolina. There was some concern that I wouldn't make it. Not here tonight, just in general. But you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. Before the pandemic, I was doing some motivational speaking of all things. It all kind of happened by accident. This company called me up and they wanted me to come in and be their motivational speaker. And I said, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm just a comedian. But then they told me what they were paying the speaker. And I was like, I believe you can do anything you set your mind to. Yeah. We have so much to be thankful for. I'm happily married. My wife, she's hanging in there. She's hanging in. Some women like a big burly man to protect them and keep them safe. And then there's women like my wife who's apparently content to take her chances. She knows if there's trouble to shove me into the attacker and run. I'm trying to bulk up, but all the gyms are closed. So these in my neighborhood, that's the reason why I'm not bigger. These people in my neighborhood got together and decided to have a boot camp class. Terrible idea. They had me out there in a field trying to flip a truck tire. Oh man, I can't flip a truck tire. I'm like, I'm gonna need something from a smaller truck. They're like, get this boy a Tonka. I can't flip a truck tire. I can't flip a mattress.
Oh my goodness.
You have a king-size mattress. You ever tried to flip a king-size mattress by yourself? It's like setting a human-sized rat trap. Like, I got it. I got it. I would like to be bigger. I'd like to take steroids. I know that's kind of controversial, but I think steroids should be legal if you're over 40 and married. I mean, I already have all the side effects. May as well be jacked. Let me get my swole on. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm trying to eat healthier during the pandemic. I've been trying to eat more plant-based diets because I'm easily influenced by Netflix documentaries. And yeah. There's so many plant-based diets now. It used to be either you ate meat or you were vegetarian. That was it. But now there's so many. There's like dozens of plant-based. These are real things. I'm not making this up. Like if you eat mostly plants but some meat, you're a flexitarian. If you eat mostly plants and some fish, you're a pescatarian. If you eat mostly plants and drink alcohol, you're Episcopalian. Not sure about that. I think that's how it goes. It's a lot of rules. I think I'm eating healthier now. We're not, I come from a big family. We always get together and have the potluck dinner. None of that now, thank goodness. I am not a fan of the potluck. Let's be honest, there's a reason why that word luck is in there, isn't it? You don't know what you're eating or who made it. You don't know if that hair in the casserole is human or animal. You don't know. Could be off somebody's head. Could be from a cat. You don't know. They're like, oh, that's just corn silk. Like, corn silk? This corn got a perm.
Hard work for
The food at the potluck was so unhealthy. My Aunt Margaret, I don't even know how this is possible, but she could make a chocolate pie that smelled like cigarettes. How much do you have to smoke to make a chocolate pie smell like a cigarette? You'd be like, is that Marlboro meringue? Just a hint of nicotine. I miss going out. I miss food trucks. We used to have this food truck come through the neighborhood. It sold street tacos. Now, street tacos are like regular tacos that, I don't know, fell in with the wrong crowd. I don't know how these tacos ended up on the streets. Maybe they had an absentee father, started running with the chalupas. I don't know. Here to judge the tacos. I think we should open more Mexican restaurants to keep the tacos off the streets. No tacos should be left behind, is what I'm saying. I love food trucks. America has gone food truck crazy. I grew up in the country. We never had a food truck. The closest thing we had to a food truck is when the El Camino hit a possum. Get yourself some white bread and you got a ditch witch right there. That's some good eating. I grew up in a little town called Saxby, North Carolina. Wasn't a lot going on there in Saxby growing up. My mom would always warn us. She's like, nothing good here happens after midnight. I'm like, nothing good here happens before midnight. Not sure what time zone you're on. We went to this little small church out in the country. It was one of those little churches where you call buddy brother so-and-so and sister so-and-so. When I was a kid, I thought we were all related. It turns out we were. It's a very small church. My parents, we were always, I don't like to say we were poor, but we were always broke. My parents never had any money. I thought they were so cheap. They would use Christmas as an excuse to buy me things I needed anyway. I'm like, Mom, my shoe got a hole in the bottom. She's like, don't worry, baby. Christmas is just around the corner. I'm like, Mom, it's July. I think I'm going to make it. Got no treads on my kids. Appreciate that. Thank you. My bad. I'm going to be serious for a moment. It's kind of embarrassing to admit, but when I was young, my dad used me to avoid the draft. Yeah, on winter nights, he'd make me lie down by the front door.
Oh.
That cold air from coming in. You ought not use your kids as weather stripping. That's really should be in the manual somewhere.
You got a manual?
It's just wrong. Just wrong. My daddy was a truck driver, and he would drop off his load and fill up his truck on the way home with stuff he found on the side of the road. Like if my dad was behind you on the highway and something fell off your truck, it was his now. That's the law of the country. We would spend our weekends just following around people that were moving, waiting for them to go around a sharp curve. Like, hold on, son, we're going to get a new mattress. I'm like, well, I can't help you flip it. It's crazy driving out in the country. I know got a bunch of people up here tonight from the north. If you ever drive down south, we got different driving rules in the south. You know, most parts of the country, if you come to a four-way intersection, the person on the right goes first. In the south, if you come to a four-way intersection, the person on the right waits for the person on the left to go. The person on the left insists the person on the right go, and they sit there waiting at each other all day until someone from Jersey comes and lays on their horn. That's just how it's done.
Not a lie.
It's not a lie. It's not a lie. I had to take my uncle to the eye doctor recently. He's one of these guys who gets on the internet, going to self-diagnose, tell the doctor what's wrong with him, but he gets all the words wrong. They're like, what are you here to see the eye doctor for? He's like, well, I'm going to need some surgery on my Cadillacs. Got a touch with the guacamole. It's written right here, has become emotionally detached. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. Here's a word of advice to you single people out there. Never date an eye doctor. I dated this eye doctor one time. Took her forever to get ready. She would hold up two dresses. Which do you like better, one or two? Two or one? It's the same dress, I think. one thing we can all relate to is we all have crazy family members. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
And if yes,
Yes.
we all do. Don't point them out.
Amen.
Yes. Bless your heart, brother. It's hard to explain stranger danger to kids when you come from a crazy family. You're like, all right, kids, don't talk to strangers. They're like, well, what's a stranger look like? How will we know if somebody's a stranger? You're like, oh, well, if they got long hair, long beard, drinking, smoking, cursing, Uncle Ricky? No, not, yes, Uncle Ricky. It's hard to explain. We live so far out in the country, we didn't just run off to the doctor when we got sick. We would look around the house for common household items to help cure our sickness, home remedies. Like if I had a stomach ache, my mom would give me a Coke to help settle my stomach. If I had a cough, we kept a jar of whiskey in the cabinet for medicinal purposes only to help cut that cough. Now, if I had a stomach ache and a cough, well, that's a Jack and Coke right there. I was a very tipsy child. People were like, your son can't walk yet? They're like, no, he's just drunk. He'll sleep it off. Go lie down by the front door. He's Episcopalian now. Thank you. I'm Larry Weaver. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
Let
it.
them hear you right there, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
Wow.